Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Wednesday, November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. For those of you who celebrate, we wish you a happy holiday. We are in the store today until 1, but that's a hard stop. We're leaving at 1.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're just going to stay till we get all our work done.
No, we're leaving at 1. We have a lot to do, and I want to try to hit the gym.
That's it. Can you hear me, that box? Can you, look at this?
Well, this is what I'm establishing my block.
We're fighting over
before
the
you
screen space.
slowly push me out of the live stream. So, we did have some issues yesterday in the live stream. Like, I'll keep an open eye today to see.
Well, Irene came in and she said she had, it was perfect.
I don't know if she watched it live though. And that's the thing.
Oh.
I think sometimes, because I've often gone back to try to see what the live stream looks like, even when, our broadcasting platforms
Thank you,
have our broadcasting platform is aware that there are communication issues, but I think oftentimes the recording is fine. So yeah. So you have like a whole box of stuff.
Well, okay, this is a little bit of show and tell. This is, and hopefully I'll have time, but who knows? It's Thanksgiving and we're going to be with family and friends. So I don't know if I'll be actually doing any of this.
She should.
But this is what it looks like when I'm ready to put my tiling scene together. Okay.
How many stitches was that? Did you tell me yesterday you have 10 million stitches?
No, I
on
only.
That machine?
So my machine, I got what, in September?
No, you got it at back in June.
I got mine in June.
Yeah.
Okay,
remember
so
I sold it at the show.
Yes. Sometimes there's an ebb and flow, and sometimes, I have on my Luminaire too, I've got about 10 million stitches. Because I have a lot of stitches on it, huh?
Well, so the Luminaire 2 you got September a year ago. So that was 10 million stitches in a year.
Yeah, I have almost 10 million
have we
stitches.
serviced it? When was the last service? What's your service?
Well, I guess it's time.
You have 10 million service stitches?
No, total.
How many service stitches?
I don't know.
Because I think you had 5 or 6 when we serviced
I haven't even been paying attention. You should be paying attention. So I should go in there and look. I just, casually went in there and I was like, oh, I've got 10 million stitches. And I didn't. I think it was like 2 point something. So it's almost time. So the service interval on a sewing and embroidery machine is
combination machine is 3 million stitches.
And that's what we tell our customers.
Well, and let me help folks understand the reasoning behind that, because there is a logic to that. And it's funny because I recently had lunch with a friend with another store, and I don't know if they're telling. I feel like Our Lady's sew more than a lot of people at most stores.
Really?
I don't know what.
We
have a very active community of sewists. So it was funny because I talked about the fact that there's a 3 million stitch interval, and that was a number that I basically came up with the folks at Baby Lock. And long story short, what we were seeing was machines that were stuck in sewing backwards.
Yes.
And we still see that sometimes. I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that with a Luminaire. And the Luminaire and the Solaris,
that's weird,
have different feed modules.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the feed module is different. And so I don't know if the engineering on those feed modules is different enough, or like we've basically since like maybe 2 years after the launch of the Destiny and the Dream machines, we've been very active in telling people you need to service these every 3 million stitches.
I thought it also had something to do with some people that just did embroidery. Does that?
Well, so that's a factor, because generally when you're seeing people with those kind of stitch counts with like 3, 4, 5 million stitch counts, there's a lot of embroidery involved. But what happens is the feed dogs tuck away and you do all this embroidery, and there's no way for the customer to clean where that cam tucks away. And then it gets really, really dirty. And then when that cam goes to flip back up, the cam flips back up in an incorrect position because there's nowhere to move. And so the machine gets stuck in sewing backwards, or it sews in place. Like essentially the stitch length gets messed up.
So you should sew on your machine too.
I don't know. I don't know.
And embroider
So
on
long
mine.
Story short, we saw this rash of machines where this was happening a lot. And, over the course of about a year, in really close discussions with QA at Baby Lock and the team at Baby Lock, essentially what we found is if we service those machines at 3 or near 3 million stitches, we just stopped seeing the problem. What was funny was we were seeing it all the time. And then once we published that $3 million number, or $3 million, I wish. $3 million.
You're at 3 million stitches. $3 million, please.
So,
money, please.
So yeah. So I mean, it's funny because it's
5 million.
So I will say, 5 million was kind of the jackpot number. Unfortunately, like a lot of the machines that we were seeing that weren't sewing correctly were at 5 million stitches, and the challenge was that repair is a much bigger repair. And so
is it a warranty repair?
It is not, because it's considered normal use, meaning, you need to service your machine. And so 3 million was the number that we came up with. Since we've told people 3 million, I rarely see that issue anymore.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that if you're over 3 million stitches, it's going to happen. But I'd never seen a machine with 3 million stitches or less have that issue. And so, 9 times out of 10, I see a machine with a bigger issue. It's a high stitch count machine. It's like a 5 or 6 million stitches between services machine. So I always say 18 months, because the other thing that we do see is people that don't service their machine often enough. The machines will lock down. In this environment, it's dry and stuff evaporates.
It's
and
really
it just
dry here.
It just locks down. So that said, this is multi-needle.
Yes, multi-needle.
Service intervals are much, much larger.
Yeah, I'm just hitting 3 million stitches. So, and I'll go through periods of time where I don't use my multi-needle, where right now we're so busy. The store's been so busy and I've been tired. I use my multi-needle all the time because it really is for me a set and go.
Forget it.
Yeah, a set and go kind of thing. So I do have this one. My white thread it keeps.
Have you tried a different white? Try a different white.
Anyways, so I mean, this is probably 2 million. Like this is 1 million stitches, and I've barely been in my sewing room except just to change my thread and do all of that stuff. So I did a video, and I'll post it later today or this weekend or something. And I showed you, this is Winter Visitor. Isn't he so cute? And I show you how I press out my blocks and how I trim all my blocks. If you notice, this block in the back is bigger than the rest. It was the one block I didn't change to red. So I can't see my cut line. I could kind of see it on the sides, but I couldn't see the top and bottom. So I'm just this is probably an hour of stitching. So I didn't want to have to re-stitch it. So I'm going to kind of try and make it work. But if you look at all the rest of them, they have that red line, and you are trimming about a half an inch away from the red line in the back. And for some reason on that block, I didn't change out to my red thread. So I had trouble trimming that. But aren't they just absolutely adorable? And if there's any advice I could give to you on trimming these, it is you want to press the heck out of them. And I was using my OESD pressing cloth on. I mean, I love that. Look at just the colors and the stitching and the detail. And that's probably, I think, 5 different reds. That'll give you that look. Press the heck out of it. Press into a wool mat or a wool mat and an OESD pressing cloth. And then when you go to trim it, fabric moves. It's not like paper. Fabric moves. So you might not have a completely straight line to go off of. You are going to sometimes it's good enough. So I was trimming it and doing my video, and I was like, there you go, ladies, good enough. And then as I was doing the video, I thought to myself, I don't want them to just be like, have a crappy line and just go good enough and cut it. So it needs to be like best as possible. Maybe that's better than
good enough is not good enough.
Don't do good. Don't just do.
You want to
as good as possible.
As good as possible is a better
as
description.
Good as possible, but not perfect, because otherwise you're going to be moving your ruler to get it to be a perfect half inch, as your line may not be completely straight. So the thing I should have been saying was as good as possible.
Do
right?
your best, ladies. Do your best.
And so that's year, Winter Visitor. This one is
Haunted Hill.
Yeah, Haunted Hill Mansion. And what really, really got it for me, or made me want to do this one, was
He's so cool.
Yeah, the pumpkins. The pumpkins are just they're so cool. I mean, they're so cool. And you're going to be using, if you buy the thread kit, you're going to be using glow-in-the-dark thread. And so these ghosts...
So I walked in the house the other night with Jeannie's thread because she was stitching it out here, and she had a basket of thread. And I got out of the car, and it was dark. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock. And it was like glowing. I was like, what am I? Oh, my God, that stuff totally glows.
And this glue is amazing. And Diane Reed, I have not emailed you yet, but I have I have this for you. I got you a special thing of that. So that is in the store.
So Jeannie was last year. She put 9 million stitches on her multi-needle through tiling scene season in like 2.5 months.
That's because it was probably tiling scene and freestanding lace.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was crazy. 9 million stitches in like 2.5 months. Because we serviced the machine, and then I walked downstairs and I was like, oh my God, you've done 9 million stitches. But you know, like Heather was just saying, it's almost 500,000 stitches. This by itself is that's
500,000 stitches?
So,
yeah.
You know, like you do 5 or 6 tiling scenes and a bunch of freestanding lace, and that's a lot of stitches.
Oh my goodness, because I'm stitching out, and it's going to be released in December, but our OESD gives it to us early. I'm stitching out the cookie cabin, and it is really cute, and I keep going, should we do this as a class? Freestanding lace classes are hard to do, so I'm just gonna post videos for you. This one I didn't, because I was upstairs, downstairs. It was happening in the morning, happening at night. It's
been busy.
And but it's really, really. I do every gingerbread house.
That's good for your ears to not be in there when.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go deaf because of that. Because it's like
No, it's not that bad, but it's loud. It's like in that constant noise. But anyways, and
OESD. So OESD is one of my favorite manufacturers of designs, creators of designs. I started
not just for the designs, but even their setup is very pro dealer, and they're awesome.
They're very pro dealer.
They're
they
awesome.
are, but their digitizing and their designs and the quality of their product is amazing. Their stabilizer, their thread, everything that they do is
Isocord
amazing.
is an OESD. Yeah, go for it.
So we are doing an OESD event, and it is going to be next April. So, and it's going to be super fun. I love, love, love OESD.
Is this in person or virtual?
This is in person. We are doing an in-person event, and it's going to be super fun.
So,
you know it's in person. We have some virtual events that we're going to be happening.
But they didn't.
Oh, so you knew, but you were just prompting me.
I was like, yes.
Yeah. And if I've never done an OESD event. We have done, we used to do a lot of Anita Good events.
We did a lot of like instructor events too.
We did a lot of instructor events, and we're going to work on one of those for the fall. Yeah, we're doing an OESD event, and I think it's scheduled. I have it on the calendar for, was it April 23rd or something like that? So it's going to be coming up.
So, what do we need to talk about regarding the Christmas list?
Get your Christmas list in. I don't know. Do we have something we were going to talk about?
Okay, so if you are shopping online, 4 items on the Christmas list, it's possible to make a comment or add a note to your order. Just let us know that you're shopping off the Christmas list.
Yeah, and then I will adjust your prices. Yeah, but you have to make a note. You have to say, Christmas list prices, please. Put that up there. Tracy, have you been to one? Are they really fun? Okay, so I'm doing this OESD certification thing. And so I started it last night. And what they do is you have like a little video, and it might be like 10 or 15 minutes long. And then they give you a quiz. So things I've learned about OESD is, number one, I can't remember the time frame, but I think it's like in the last 8 years, it was a 15-person company, just 15 people, and now it is over 50 people. So they've grown quite a bit. They are. I wonder if I can tell them. They are going from, well, this wasn't part of the video. Anyways, so I was watching these videos, and then it'd be like, okay, and then they talk about like a certain stabilizer. They talked about the history of the company. They talk about different products. And I started watching the video, doing the quiz, and then I was like, oh, I know all these answers. So I started skipping the video and just doing the quiz, and I just breezed through like a bunch of them. And then I did one quiz, and it was like, wrong. Take the quiz again. And I did it again. Wrong. And it's multiple choice. So I couldn't even remember the right answer. Like I do like every single.
She couldn't remember the wrong answers is what you were saying.
I couldn't remember which one. Yeah. And I do it again. And finally I was like, oh, it's time to go to bed.
It's time to watch the video is what that is.
Yeah, it's time to watch. But it was too late. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed.
Jeannie's time management is would you have gotten it done?
Tracy's been to 3 of them. They must be awesome because Tracy's been to 3. You would not go to something that wasn't awesome 3 times.
You know what you've never been to, Tracy? Is an A1 OESD event.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. So, yeah, I'm super excited.
But you're about to.
Yeah, Tracy. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, so OESD has important news. So they had a very important video, and I watched it this morning, and it was talking about how
it's going to be a really cool program that'll make it faster for you to get your designs.
Yes, where I don't have to.
We can talk about it in greater detail when the program goes live.
Are you shushing me?
Yes, I am.
It's not, but it's going. Okay.
So long story short, there's a new program for dealers.
It's
going to take us.
It's new for you.
Well, it's new for dealers. It's new for you, but it's essentially
they're getting rid of all
that's
CDs.
going to allow us to get you your designs faster. more easily digital style downloads, that kind of stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so
it's going to take us a little bit of time to get it up and running.
They're getting rid of CDs. They're going to all USBs, but they're keeping that price. Like in the video, I learned that the cost of a CD is 1/10 of the cost of a USB, which, you know, you can... It's just more expensive. USBs are more expensive. But they're also going to make it possible to just do digital downloads through the dealer at the store. So sometimes we don't have a CD. I have to get it, and then you have to wait. And then, but now they're going to start doing, they're going to do the digital downloads direct. So you'll be able to come into the store and just get your design like that. Like that.
Or online or wherever. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yes. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? Let's talk about how Patrick doesn't know how to spell my name.
So some of you get emails that are sent on my phone, and I have like stubby little fingers, and so
he does have little fingers.
I use voice to text, and so oftentimes when I say genie, it spells it genie, like genie in a bottle.
So last night,
this is my genie in a bottle.
Last night I was reading some of the emails because he forwarded me emails, and in one of them my name's spelled Jeanne, no I, and then in one of them there was an I. This was an email from Patrick to somebody, and then another one it was Genie, and
so
I
that's
was
voice
like,
to text.
I go, he doesn't. We've been married 22 years, and he doesn't know how to spell my name. And then I was like, I have to remember to yell at him tomorrow morning when he gets up.
Which she did.
Yeah, it was the first thing I did.
Normally when she yells at me in the morning when I get up,
I don't
it's
really
because
yell.
something happened in her dream, and then she's mad at me for something I didn't
This was not my dream.
Really
this was
do.
my reality. And then he told me it was voice to text. So I was like, all right. But don't think that because wouldn't you think that that person doesn't matter if their husband can't even remember how to spell their name?
Well, I know how to spell your name. I've always known how to spell your name.
Okay, I want to know if you think this is strange. Patrick does not recognize my handwriting.
I'm handwriting dyslexic.
He does that. He'll come over to me to be like, did you write this tag? And Michelle and I have very different handwriting. Hers is like kind of round and like bigger. Mine is like small and like chicken scratchy and like not as pretty. Or the boys. Like I know every single person's handwriting in this store.
I mean, I can tell if it's the boys.
Should he recognize my handwriting? Don't you think?
In a world of things...
I don't know.
Recognizing handwriting is not that important.
Okay, another. So what are you making?
So we are doing prime rib, Maryland crab cakes, and then
Brussels
all the
sprouts, mashed potatoes,
all the sides,
stuffing. I'll make 2 pies. I mean, personally, we're gonna make the stuffing. The crab
Thank
cakes.
you for the pie yesterday, Heather Mundy.
Yeah,
I don't think we ordered lunch until like 3:30, and the pie, I think pie's probably half gone.
Yeah, Heather brought us a pecan coconut pie, and so I don't know if I'll be making one now because she made it for us. I always make apple pie, and I use the Cook's Illustrated recipe. Okay. This is going to be coming out. It's slated on the schedule for December, but it is. I'm not even going to show you. I'm going to show you just the colors. But it's. Let me call you Tweetheart. It is cute. So I'm in the process of cutting it right now. I did send an email out to all the ladies that purchased road trip. All the ladies that purchased Stay Cozy. Michelle's doing a video, I will show you the sample. But Stay Cozy is the one that's going to, maybe we should post it on the website because I think people have had questions about it. Stay Cozy is the little demo pillow, the one with the penguin on it and the mittens. So I've had people have questions about how they get the design and when they get to the design. We have it posted on our Facebook page. I couldn't find it on our A1 page. There's going to be 3 demos. We were going to do them live, but we're pre-recording them right now. One on the 25th, one on the 26th, and one on the 28th. So on Saturday, Sunday, and Friday, Saturday, and Monday.
I think our crab cake recipe is also
So
Cooks
good.
Illustrated, isn't it? I
No,
think it is.
not. It's not. Friday, Saturday, and Monday. You're gonna watch 3 demos. They're not gonna be long. Like one's just gonna be me cutting with the pop ruler, and then you can just say your name, your email. There's gonna be a little survey after it. So your name, your email address, what you liked about the video. I get the surveys. Once I get all 3 of them from you, you get the design. Comes from me. Will not come from Kimberbell. It'll come directly from me. From December 1st to December 31st. And if I might do them early if I get the surveys back. December 31st, the 1st to the 31st, it will be a free design. After January 1st, you will purchase it. And it'll be $10. But why purchase it when you can get it for free? And it will not be hosted on their site, on Kimberbell's site. It's going to come from me to you, from Jeannie to you. You do not have to, and thank you for asking that, Diane. You do not have to watch them live. You have all of December to watch those videos and get the design for free. But then after the 1st, you will have to pay for them. But the demos will stay up there, so you'll be able to watch those anytime.
But you do have to watch them and
you
answer
do have
the
to watch
surveys.
them, and you have to answer. There. Thank you, Miss Heather. So Heather just posted that. And we do have kits. I would just get the kit. Super easy, right? Just get the kit. Everything's all cut for you. And you don't have to go ahead and get everything on your own. Was there anything else?
You got like a squeaky chair going on.
Yeah, you hear that? I can't think of anything else. We are if you're waiting for any of the Cuties kits, I'm waiting for one fabric, and it's going to be here on Friday.
So
Friday and Cuties books, I got my shipping confirmation on Friday. So if you're waiting for any of those, Friday's the day I'll be able to get those out to you. Get your kits. We are starting the sew along on December 5th. And so I'll have time to still send that all to you. December 5th, we're going to do the first one. That's on my top of my list. I'm going to stitch one out, I'm just going to use like whatever fabrics. I'm kind of excited. I haven't done one before. So normally when I do the sew-alongs, I'm doing it for the first time with you. I want to do one of these beforehand. I don't want to be like, duh, and then have you do the wrong thing. So I'm going to stitch one of these out beforehand and make sure that it looks great.
So for those of you who,
we're starting with January.
For those of you who have ordered and are waiting on thread towers or unique furniture, I did get a call from Pat late in the day on Monday. It's like another crazy order. Like I think it's another like 13 or 14 cabinets that are coming. But the with the order that I made, Pat called and asked me if I would wait until December 15th. In fact, this is Pat right now, so I need to take this call. But so it's back 1 week. I think I told most of you it would be December 8th, but it's going to be December 15th. All right. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
So, yes, I am wearing my Baby Lock sweatshirt, and I was super cold when I got here, but I've been running around, so I'm starting to warm up. We still have no heat. They're replacing our unit, so we're super excited, but, you know, it's expensive because it's, like, commercial. So, they're getting all of that stuff. Carolyn asked if we can order the kit. Yes, you can order the kit. Order the Cuties kit. And then I think Friday I should be able to have those ready to go. We are waiting for some stuff. So I have in stock January, April, June, and March. So just waiting for like a couple of fabrics that they sold out of, and they're just getting back in stock now. And can we order the kits? And somebody else had a question. Regarding the sweatshirt, guess what? I'm ordering a couple of these, and we're going to do them as giveaways. So they're unisex. So this one's a size small. That's the smallest size it comes in. They're super warm. They're super soft, and they're super amazing. So, and if you really want one and you don't win one, I guess I could sell you one. But we'll do that sometime in December because I'm going to have to order them. But they're so cozy. I think that's it. We're going to get going. We have a shortened day. So we're going to get busy, get your orders filled, fill out those Christmas lists, order your cuties kits, and we will see you. Any question? Any questions? So we are going to be here on Friday. So we'll do a question of the day on Friday for next week, and we'll have some kind of amazing giveaway. See you later. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful time with your friends and family. And I guess just be thankful for everything that we all have, which we have so much. And we will see